Hey, what's happening? I'm Andrew. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the 2024 4runner because it's the end of the year and it's about the end of the production run for the 2024. If you've made it to this video, you've probably seen every other 2024 video there is. I'm just one average Joe with another data point. And time is kind of running out to pick one of these up. I just picked this one up in July, and let's get into it. Barely know how this camera works. I'm not a YouTube dude, got my notes here. All right, so anyway, 2024 5th gen. Just kind of starting out with the looks. The looks are pretty timeless on this Gen 4runner. I think it's aging really well. As far as color selection goes, if I were you, I would try to get one that is one of the limited edition colors. I had the opportunity to grab one in Underground, but I couldn't get KDSS, which I'll get into a little later. I think the white looks classic. White looks good with all Toyota SUVs. The downside of the white is that it's just so common. It's so common. It does look good though. The contrast of the white and the black is pretty awesome. But again, yeah, there's a million. I've come to 4-way stops and there's been white 4runners at every stop sign. So as far as reliability goes, that's kind of one of the main reasons to buy one of these, is because the reliability is just so strong. And I think the point that I'm at in my life, having a kid and work and all that stuff, like reliability, I just don't want to mess with a high maintenance car anymore. Not right now. One of the biggest things about these cars, and we'll get into it, is build quality. The build quality of these things is second to none. I mean, everything in here is just like really solid. It feels just screwed together really well. It's not exciting in here by any stretch of the imagination, but everything is put together really well. Coming into the cabin here, as far as comfort goes, here we'll start it up. As far as comfort goes, it's pretty good. It's reasonably comfortable. They solved a lot of problems with these seats by making them power and height adjustable. We'll kind of take a look at that a little bit. Not that it matters. In the earlier models, it really felt like you were sitting on the floor. This helps out a lot with that. Is it perfect? No. This is still a body-on-frame construction SUV, so your legs are still going to be kind of up a little higher, your butt's going to be a little lower, and that's just kind of how it is. So you can't eliminate all that legs out in front of you type comfort, but it's better. And what else I got here? Capability. So this is the TRD off-road, as you can see, and it has all of the cool goodies that we come to love and expect from Toyota. I've taken this off-road once and it absolutely does work. All this stuff is really cool. There's a million videos on all this stuff, so I won't get into the weeds with that. Yeah, you got multi-terrain select, crawl control, A-track, locking rear diff. You've got it all. What else? What else is next? KDSS. This model has KDSS and... Sorry, screwing with my camera here. All right, so I was fumbling around in there too much. I was talking about KDSS. So KDSS, Kinetic Dynamic Suspension System. I think it's one of those things where if you don't know about it, you would never check that box to buy that option because it's like $1,700. But the difference between a KDSS and non-KDSS model to me is night and day. Just circumstantially, my kid's mom happens to have a 2018 non-KDSS, so I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of seat time in the non-KDSS, and the body roll of these cars is enough. It's got more body roll than my ex-girlfriend. Like, it is horrific. It actually makes me like seasick to drive the non-KDSS model. So KDSS is one of those things, like if you've never had it and you don't know that it exists, you can probably easily pass on it, but the KDSS like really firms things up in the corner and gives it a more car-like driving experience. Towing, I've never towed with this thing, but I guess it can do it. Can do a little bit of it. Is it a dedicated tow rig? Absolutely not, but it can probably do it. Everyday usability is kind of where this thing shines. This is the Swiss Army knife of cars. If you, like me personally, I can, at this stage in life, like only have one car. So it pays to have a car that does everything reasonably well. Slays it at Costco, hauls my kid around safely, reliably. Performance, it's fucking slow. Like, don't expect performance to be there. The 4-liter V6 makes 270 horsepower, which is a fair amount of horsepower, but I think it's really held back by the 5-speed, the ancient 5-speed transmission. But with that comes like all the reliability and all the bugs worked out over the last 10 years or so. Infotainment, like, all right, comfort and convenience features. Yeah, this is probably here. We're gonna go back inside the car. All right, so here we are back in the 4Runner. We'll turn it on. So comfort and convenience features. We'll start out with this thing right here. It works. They kind of half-assed it though. Obviously, you can see it takes forever to turn on. Like, get out of this menu. It's taking forever. Okay, so it has Android Auto, but it's wired. So I have to plug this in one-handed. I didn't really think this through. I usually don't. So now I can use Android Auto, and you can see Android Auto kind of comes up, but like the Android Auto screen doesn't automatically pop up. You have to press menu, and then with it plugged in, press Android Auto if you want the Android Auto or Apple CarPlay screen to actually come up. So I'm doing a ton of just really short drives, so this is really annoying to have to do. You can listen to just regular Bluetooth, but the sound quality isn't as good. And we'll kind of get into the sound quality. It's not good. It's not good as is. I mean, it's fine. You get used to it. But you can really only get the JBL or premium sound system with either the Limited or the TRD Pro, which I think is a total rip. Like, give us, like, this is a TRD off-road premium. Like, you can't put a JBL system in here. So it is what it is. There's really not much you can do about it. Another convenience feature that is present, but they kind of half-assed a little bit, was the heated steering wheel. Yeah, it's there, and it totally gets warm, and it totally works. However, the only part that's heated is from here to here. No heat here, no heat here. So you get these two sides, which like I thought was annoying at first, but like when this gets all toasty, it's kind of nice to have a cooler place to put your hands, like a cool spot on your pillow, kind of. So I was mad about that feature, but kind of loosened up on that. No mirror defrost. It's lame. The HVAC. Let's talk about, like, you cannot get dual zone climate control unless you get the Limited or TRD Pro. And after already having a couple cars with dual zone climate control, you really don't want to go back to like the old school like this. I mean, this is fine. These knobs are great. They're tactile, just like everybody's already said a million times. They're totally quality, but a dual zone climate control, you get much more fine tuning. And if you have a passenger that wants a different temperature, you just can't beat it. So I think it's lame that they go with this old school HVAC system, but it is what it is. Audio, we've been over that. It's not great. Cameras, another shitty point. So with the TRD Off-Road Premium with the multi-terrain monitor, that's the like kind of 360 camera view. I will put it in reverse and you can see just how garbage it is. You know, you got these like rounded edges right here. The software that they use for the multi-terrain monitor is a downgraded like camera software than the multi-terrain monitor. I can also press this camera view button over here, and let me put it back into, and now I can push this button. So it does have a front camera that you have to intentionally push to make sure you don't smash into something in front of you. And it does work. It's not very good. It's probably the worst on the market that I've seen. Oh yeah, there's another view. You get kind of super shitty side views as well. Perfect. Just what I've always wanted. Super grainy camera footage. Yeah, cameras suck ass. The interior of this, I think that what this really has going on for it is that, you know, whether it has 0 miles on it or 50,000, the interior just holds up so well that it, you know, that's part of the value held. All right, so we will get out and talk a little bit about aftermarket features. Right. So, sorry, we're back outside of the car. I've never filmed a YouTube video. It's actually not as easy as it looks. My notes here. So the aftermarket is one of the funnest things about the 4Runner, the 5th gen 4Runner, I think, because every brand makes everything specifically for whatever 4Runner you have. And all of it is readily available on dedicated websites, and it's not very expensive at all. So you can see I have the kind of like TRD Pro like grill on there, but it's like unbranded. So I thought that was kind of cool. A cool sleek look. And I have some other parts that I haven't put on quite yet. And I'll go through, we'll go take a look at some of the other things I've done to the car. So we'll get into that. We'll go do a little walk around here. All right, so we got kind of the TRD Pro front grille, blacked out the hood scoop. I found some TRD Pro replica wheels that were only like $700. So those look pretty cool. And then the Falcon Wild Peak ATs, super awesome. Those were only like $700 or $800. Killer deal. Coming around to the back, we haven't really gone to the back yet. If I open up the back, you can see I put in this platform. And the reason I did that is because when you put down this rear seat, there's actually a lip, like a step up, like a 3-inch step up. And this allows me to sleep in the back when camping. Another great thing about this is just that, like, this is a giant amount of space. We got power back here. Really nothing to complain about at all. This is not power. Boo-hoo, whatever, be a man. Open it with your hand. Back seat. It's comfortable. And yeah, my kid's car seat kind of barely, this is a gigantic car seat. And yeah, it fits. This actually fits better in this 4Runner that did in the Ford Raptor that I sold to get this car. So yeah, I think that probably about wraps it up. Oh wait, actually I lied. Some of the other aftermarket things I did was, you know, modifications. These little plastic inserts on all the doors kind of give you a little bit more storage room. Those are kind of sweet. And all this stuff is like 20 bucks on Amazon. Coming into the center console, there's this little plastic thing. You know, here's more storage. yeah, so that's kind of cool. And then this kind of stuff, center console dividers. And then finally, the dividers in there. Super cheap. We'll take a look at the window sticker here. We'll lay this out and I'll tell you how much I paid for this. Back into the garage. What is this? What's this say? Oh my god. Yes, I fumbled this hard when I lost my virginity too. Yeah, so what does the price say here? Will this focus? Hard no. Hard no on this focusing. Anyway, MSRP was $52,000. I think I got it for approximately $51,000. So not a bad deal in today's market. Another great reason why you should pick one of these up now is because this is a $50,000 car. The next one will be a $60,000 car. Is it going to be way nicer? Yeah, totally. But damn, it's a lot of money to spend on a midsize SUV. Used to be able to get a loaded out truck for that much. Anyway, that's really that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, if you have any comments, let me know.